And the battle continues between the USA and Russia here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 163 pounds in the red singlet for the United States. A veteran and a very successful one for the United States, Dave Schultz, a world and an Olympic champion for the United States, and he is wrestling against Rasoul Katinavasov of Russia. Katinavasov, a champion in the Goodwill Games in 1994, and he was fourth in the 1991 World Championships. So two veterans, two successful wrestlers, and a very important matchup here in this dual meet between Russia and the United States.
Katinavasov down from 180 pounds down to 163. Schultz not having the tournament that he hopefully would have wanted, but really this is the big match to win. You want to win against the Russians. This is for the World Cup team title.
I think Schultz might think he has scored some points here, but the referees have not indicated that.
There's 2 points for red. At least the referee put them up. I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait for the referees to sort it out. It looked as though the Russians scored and then the United States athletes scored, but
we
again,
should probably have
wait.
an exchange of control here that may result in another point too, Jeff. So the scoreboard shows 2-2, but the mat chairman awarded a different combination of points. The mat referee held up a different combination, and the mat judge. So they're all conferring at the head table.
Well, I felt Schultz should have at least 2. It may be that Katinavasov will also get an additional 2 because he rocked Schultz back there. Everything is an interpretation as to who initiated the technique. And this sometimes poses problems for not only the officials, but for people watching.
Katinavasov from Makhachkala also has a twin brother, just like the Brands, Sagid, who has been very successful in the next weight class up, 82 kilograms. So we have a question right now of what exactly is the score in this match. Stay tuned and we will find out. They have to come to some kind of an agreement. I think, as Dave Schultz is indicating, the score should be 2-2. But I think they may give one more point to Katinavasov for the exchange of control after the scoring of points.
Well, it seemed he put Schultz to his back first, then Schultz countered and got his own, but I have a feeling that Schultz is going to wind up trailing here after the referees sort this out. Schultz, an 84 Olympic champion, 83 world champion, 7-time world medalist.
Well, they've got it 4-2, Jeff, so
wow.
We don't know what we're talking about.
Wow.
I think they felt there was exchange of position where Schultz was still on his back. So they gave a 2 and a 2 to Katinavasov and a 2 to Schultz. The score is 4-2 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. 163 pounds.
Well, Schultz was working that front headlock. I believe he had both arms trapped in that front headlock, and they felt that that was the hold that was dominating the position, thus the points went his way. And there's a takedown for Katinavasov, makes it 4-3. And whatever fatigue Katinavasov had, he doesn't have it anymore because that was quite a long break. There's 2 more points for Katinavasov.
Oh, Schultz has got him in a headlock.
Schultz countered.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble here.
Schultz doing a great job of countering.
2-2.
Well, throughout most of this World Cup, Jeff, we have had a real exchange of points. Emotionally, when it seems like one person is in control, it shifts back to another. And right now on the scoreboard, we have a 6-5 score for Schultz, which should be accurate. Well, you know, as I'm reading the score, Jeff, now I'm confused.
Well, Katinavasov had a takedown and a tilt. Schultz countered after the tilt, getting his own 2 points. So if Schultz was at 4, he goes to 6. Katinavasov got 1 and 2. He's up from 2 to 5. That seems correct.
6-5 for Dave Schultz of the United States. Dave has been around a long time in international wrestling. Was at 163, very successful, moved up to 180.
Briefly.
And a half, and has come back down to 163 pounds. A real veteran, a real savvy competitor, technically very sound, has a reputation throughout the world for a tremendous variety of technique, but probably not as strong or as physical or as conditioned as he used to be. But nonetheless, holding his own.
2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
It looked as though Fitsayev, the Russian coach, was telling wrestler to stop and wait. It seems as though Fitsayev might lodge a protest with the scoring of this bout. But right now, Schultz leads by 1 point and tries a nice counter, no back exposure. Katinavasov still in on the leg. Schultz doing his best to counter and is able to free his leg now. He's got a front headlock again. Let's see if he'll try for the points. This is where we got into that wild scoring situation before. And they'll return to the center.
Some interesting maneuvering, but no points. Schultz is still ahead on the scoreboard 6-5. Stay tuned, we may have a protest in this one regarding the scoring there, although I don't think they'll take advantage of the video to change it, so perhaps whatever happens from here on out is going to decide this match. 1:50 remaining, 1 5-minute period. Score notched at 10-10 in what was expected to be a tie dual meet for the World Cup Championships.
Mario Soletnik, the FILA representative here, having a very busy day trying to sort this all out.
And they're going to call for a caution against, well, passivity, not caution. They're going to call for passivity against Schultz. This will give Katinavasov an opportunity to put him down in the parterre position and see if he can work some magic from there.
Pivotal match here. This is a pivotal match. Many people felt Schultz was not wrestling as well as he might have, and probably was not favored in this match. But Schultz has a history of doing what you least expect, particularly when it goes against the Russians.
Well, when you're seasoned and you can deal with the pressure and you love to compete, anything can happen, and I think we're seeing Dave Schultz give us one of his better matches here.
Needs to be careful. Doesn't give up anything yet.
Oh, Katinavasov trying to pull him over, but he's going to get himself in trouble. That's going to be 2 for Schultz.
Should be 2, and it is.
You know, there are times when you got to be careful about getting aggressive in this style, Jeff. Katinavasov close to turning Schultz, almost exposed him. Forced too hard. Schultz came out on top. He's ahead 8-5.
Schultz trying a lace leg wrap there, unable to get it. But what he is doing very well now is killing the remaining time. 23 seconds remain. He has a 3-point lead. You can look for Schultz to try and block, grab hands, keep Katinavasov from trying anything offensive, particularly upper body. There he's moving the head. There it is. He's clasping hands now. He'll try to hold the wrists and keep them at bay. I'm surprised Katinavasov not being overly aggressive now, and this is when he needs it.
Well, that should do it. I don't think anything else is going to happen. Time runs out, and world and Olympic champion, he was a national champion at Oklahoma a long time ago in 1982. Dave Schultz out of Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, wins this match 8-5 at 163 pounds. This is a plus for this USA team, perhaps a weight class that the Soviets might have been favored in coming into this match, but nonetheless, Dave Schultz, the winner.